love.
God is love.
I am love.
I am love.
God is love.
God is love.
Love heals all things.
Love heals all things. Today is my mother's birthday. What would have been her 59th birthday here on this physical plane if she were still alive. Me and my children and my husband, we celebrated her birthday today as if she was still with us because she is. We feel her spirit here every day. And my aunt, I know they celebrated in their own way too. It's important to honor our ancestors because that is the fabric of our being. Because of them, we are. Without them, we would not be. So it's so important to give honor to them. When we give honor to our ancestors, when we say their names, when we do celebrations in their honor, when we acknowledge them, when we talk about them, we are literally helping their spirits grow. And when we help their spirits grow, their presence here on earth becomes more powerful. Think about ancestors or beings that have crossed over. They are able to tap into divine intelligence, which we are too. So some ways that I like to honor my ancestors, having an ancestor altar is very important to me because having an ancestor altar is a spiritual portal, but it's also a physical place to show honor and acknowledge those that came before us. And it's also an educational tool because having an ancestor altar in the home is a way to educate and share with others the legacy of those that came before you. And in doing that, that helps our ancestor spirit grow. When we talk about them, when we say their name, when we tell their stories, it helps their spirit to grow. The importance of ancestor spirit growing. When souls come here, we all have different unique journeys that we are on. And when we transition from the earthly plane to the spiritual plane, our journey does not end. Our soul's journey continues. And when we say our ancestors' name, when we feed them, when we do things that help them grow, we help them continue to ascend along their journey. We are helping them continue to evolve on their journey, rather that be them growing higher in the spirit realm, or rather that be them incarnating into another physical form. Whatever that their journey holds for them, we're helping them ascend on their journey by continuing to help their spirits grow, by paying homage to them. When we also when we say their names and help their spirits grow, we are tapping into the wisdom that they had. And that could be the wisdom that they had when they were physically here, or it can be the wisdom that they are obtaining in the spiritual realm since they have crossed over, or it's a combination of the two. So that's why it's really important that we help their spirits grow. I actually have a poem about that in my book. So the poem is in my first book that I wrote back in 2020, or that I published back in 2020, and it's called Dear Ancestral Spirits. I offer you food so that your spirit may grow. Your presence is needed here on earth more than ever before. And I wrote that poem before I even fed my ancestors physically. When I was talking with that poem, I was actually talking about feeding their spirits spiritually, like saying their names. But recently, I actually started to feed my ancestors. And it's funny because I've been on this journey communicating with spirits and consulting with my ancestors for years now. But never did I actually put out food for them. I would sometimes eat foods that they enjoy when they were here, and I would, think of them and, send love their way as I ate their foods and remembered them. But it wasn't until my mom crossed over that I actually got into feeding my ancestors. And I made her I know that I'm laughing, but my mom, she enjoyed eating. That was something, that we actually had, that we shared, like a common bond over. Like, even when I was a little girl, and I would go stay with her on the weekends, I could remember, she'd be like, oh, what, I'm gonna get your favorite foods and stuff like that. That's something that we bonded over. Some ways to honor ancestors. Ancestor altar, feeding them foods that they enjoyed, pouring libations in their honor, doing things that they didn't get a chance to do or that they didn't have the means to do, breaking free from generational curses. Those are all ways that you honor your ancestors, saying and speaking their names. Like this. Happy birthday, Ada Elizabeth. May your spirit live on, Mama.
I am love.
I am love.
God is love.
God is love.
Love heals all things.
Love heals all things.
It conquers all things.
It conquers all things.
Endures all things.
Endures all things.
Love wins and love heals.
Love heals.
Download my app on your favorite app store, The Book of Corinthians. I got a story to tell.